What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today, you see it, we got a can of peach right now, half peaches. Got this from a lady in Walmart, and I saw her and I asked her, how would she do her peach cobbler? Well, I've done it before, but she told me about this right here, a can with all that good stuff in there with the syrup and all that. So I'm gonna cut this open for the peaches inside, for the peach cobbler, and for the peach ice cream. So let's get cooking. All right, let's go ahead and cut open our can. We have our can opener here. Now, this is a heavy duty can, but it's doing the job. It's cutting it all the way around. Gonna cut open the cans, and then we're gonna open up. Pour it right into here. Look at all that sweet goodness. All that's going to be going into our cobbler. Not all of it. We'll cut these up by hand, and then we're gonna blend. We're gonna blend up, not blend. We're gonna put the food processor and cut it up for our ice cream. Let's cut up our peach. Cut it in half. Put it into the pan. That's gonna be the other one. I only did 2 cans, but the other ones are gonna be for the ice cream, which we're gonna put into the food processor. So right now this is for our cobbler. If I need the 3rd can, I would cut it open. That's it. So we're gonna mix this all together. And you'll see the type of topping I'm gonna put on it. It's not like your typical peach cobbler, but this is gonna be meaty. So when you go in there, I'm gonna put in the cornstarch to build it up, which I've made different types of cobblers in the past before. Put it all in there. Oh, don't worry, I'm not gonna miss one. I might open that 3rd can for the ice cream, because look, we're getting a little tight. I did predict 3 cans. Once I've cut these, I'm going to move on to blending up the peaches for the ice cream. And like so. Got our last one cut. So let's go ahead and blend up the ice cream. All right, let's open up our food processor and pulse up my peaches. Put those in there. Let's make it more of a puree. Lock it back. And just keep pulsing it so it can get a little more refined, thinner. For a couple more seconds. Perfect. Now let's check it out. That's what we want. All right, let's put the peaches into the bowl. Clean that out. Make sure all of it is cleaned out of there. Nice and clean. Everything's out of there. And look at that consistency right there. We're gonna do a little bit more blending on that. Let's put in our condensed milk. And it's very thick, so you need a little help getting it out of there. Need a full can. Take that top off. Let's work that out of there. Get it all out. Everything out of that can, because we do need this full can for the amount that we're using, because we're using a full can of peaches that we used in the food processor to process up. Now we've done that, let's use our hand blender and blend it up. just for a little bit. Keep blending that. Whipping cream, and it's really heavy because it takes a lot to get it out of the container. We're going to use every bit of this. Then we're going to take our single-handed blender again, and then we're going to blend it all up. We're trying to make it a little bit puffy. We're not really blending, we're making it more, giving it some body. You just keep, don't put it all the way to the bottom, like to the top of your liquid. And you're gonna blend that around into our mix. The peach and the condensed milk. We're gonna put it all into there. Mix it around just a little bit. Get all the peach and the milk all blend together. Bring them all together. Let it stay on the top. And you want it to put out into our pan. Get it in there so we can go ahead and let this freeze for 4 hours. The remainder of this I would put in another container, but let's go ahead and cover this up and get it in the refrigerator. Let it freeze on our peach cobbler now. We're gonna put in a 1/4 cup of sugar, and we're gonna get it all over the peaches. And you want this in there because you want it really not too super sweet, because we still have some of the syrup from the can in here. So that should be plenty. Now let's put in our vanilla extracts. We needed a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can use whatever brand that you like. So 1 teaspoon. Like so. And then we need 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Put our lemon juice in there. 1 teaspoon. You don't want to come out. A teaspoon of corn starch. Sprinkle it all the way through here. Make sure it's all the way in. Now that we have that in here, let's go ahead and mix that up. And the cornstarch is what's gonna bulk it all up and bring all those juices together. So just make sure that's mixed in there. And all those juices will be coming up into your peach cobbler. So that's the yumminess of it. So you're gonna love that once we're done with it. All right, let's get now that's all mixed in. Let's go. Just 1.5 cup of flour. Get it all in there. So you want this to be this much, because once we put it on top of there, we want it to coat it pretty well. All right, now for our butter. Right, I'll put my baking soda in, my baking powder, not baking soda in there. 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder. 1.5. That's what we want. Just mix that around. Now it's going to be 6 teaspoons of cubed butter in there. And I've already got them cubed up, so you want to put those in there. You want to break them apart so that when you mush them around, it's going to create, you'll see how the top turns out, but it'll mush the top around. Let's get all those broke apart. Let's put in a teaspoon of sugar. Shake it all the way around in there. Now let's go ahead and work in those butters, the baking powder, and everything into there to create my topping. So you work that all in there. Clump it all through your fingers so that topping can become buttery and crumbled. That's what you want, a crumbled topping. So when we put it on top of our cobbler, it's nice and crumbly. Yeah, we're getting flour all in there. You just keep working it in. Get both hands in there, get dirty. So you want all that flour to get worked in with that butter. All right, let's go ahead and put on our topping. Move these peaches around, make sure that they are flat. Now, let's go ahead and put in our crumble topping. See, this is what I want. This is what you want for your topping. So you just put all those on there. And we're gonna come back and paint these on with some whole milk or some heavy milk. So you wanna break those up. Make sure they're all the way around because this is gonna be a final topping. And you can do it brownish, whatever you want. So you put it all on there. And you just keep adding. It's just like a cheese. That's the consistency. Like a cheese that you have that crumbles up, and that's what you want. So when it crumbles, when you taste it, it's nice and feathery, soft with that butter. And I added a little sugar in there. You'll see all that in the description of how much I put in there. And I love cobblers. But this is the most simple way you're gonna make this. Put a little bit more on there. Make sure you get all of the edges covered, like so. Make sure everything is covered up. And that's all of it. So now let's go ahead and paint on our, make sure everything is flat here. We're gonna paint on our milk. All right, let's go ahead and paint on our milk. And this is a cooking brush. So there's many types that you can use. Just to soak it in there, you wanna make sure it's soaked in because we have a pretty thick layer of crumbled topping. So you want that to be on there, soak it in, and you can see all my peaches are slightly moving. So when this gets cooked up, man, this is gonna be rolling. Really, really yummy. So we're trying to soak it in straight through the topping. So just go all the way down and around. It's gonna be kind of messy, but it's gonna be well worth it once you taste this. So you're gonna go up and around, and you notice I'm doing like a dab. So you're dabbing it in there so that all of your topping is basically soaked in this milk. So once that's done, we're almost there. Almost got our top done. Let's open it up. Put in our cobbler. Get that in there. And just wait. All right, let's take the peach cobbler out of the oven. do a taste test. Amazing. There is the ice cream and the peach cobbler. Let's see what we're working with. That's good. The peach is amazing. The ice cream is great. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out some more videos or like and subscribe. Catch you on the next one.